it is Carson Newman. It's an in-state foe and an in-state clash, and we're off in Knoxville. Rakia Jackson to control for the Big Orange. She'll kick it out, and Jasmine Powell will set up for Tennessee.
So exciting to see these in-state matchups, and we have a great crowd here tonight. A lot of support. Coach Mincy said that they had about 150 tickets that they got to give away to family and friends of the girls on his Carson Newman team, so I'm sure they were very appreciative of that.
Always fun to see these two on the hardwood, and a couple misses on both sides, and Tennessee hustles back down. The starting five you see there: Jackson, Puckett, Darby, Hollingshed, and Powell, as Hollingshed cleans it up. No good, but she'll head to the line. And for Tennessee, back now in her 5th season on Rocky Top, it's Kelly Harper, that 88-39 overall record. She's been here since 2019 and has patrolled the sidelines quite well for the Big Orange.
Coach Harper, a Lady Vol alumni, has done a fantastic job with this Tennessee team. She is extremely decorated as a player herself and a coach, and personally, talking to her earlier, she's also a really fun person to be around. I really enjoyed talking with her.
Coach Harper, always fun to get speaking with her, as Hollingshed's second free throw, no good. Puckett's there, she'll clean it up, no good. And now she'll back it out.
Seen 2 rebounds now from the Lady Vols, and that's something that Coach Harper said that she thought they were really going to struggle with this year, so it's exciting to see that already they're pounding the boards.
You mentioned those couple boards early. Rakia Jackson gets the jumper to go, and Tennessee back in transition. Hollingshed to Powell, and now to Darby, and they'll reset. Tess Darby driving in with that right hand, and she gets it up to go. Tess Darby here in her senior season on the board here. Tennessee leads 4-0.
Tess Darby had a great summer and early fall, according to Coach Harper. She's considered one of the most improved players. She's guarded better, and she has to help this year in different areas beyond the three-point line. And you can see right there, her driving in for that layup is definitely going to make a difference.
Darby's played in 80 games in the orange and white. And she'll get the start again here tonight, as Puckett will drive right side all alone, and she'll finish. 3 quick, easy buckets for Tennessee, and they lead by 6. Carson Newman back in transition quickly. Boshears out front, and up top to Tori Rutherford. Foul down low, and that'll be on Hollingshed, her first, team first.
And Sarah Puckett goes in for the right-handed layup and makes it look easy.
You mentioned Sarah Puckett Bucket, as she's known here around Knoxville here in her junior season. She played for that Tennessee team during the 2022 Red Bull USA 3-on-3 tournament. Quite a few ladies invited to play in that, as the pull-up J on its way. Weichel drains it, and we mentioned her in the open. 11 in that Navy uniform is going to be huge this season. Puckett again, and that is another bucket for early for Sarah Puckett. 1 in white for Tennessee.
That is going to be a challenge for the Carson Newman Lady Eagles, is the size difference. Sarah Puckett was able to just tower over Weichel and get that easy rebound.
You mentioned Puckett towering over the defense. You can clearly tell on your screen the height difference between these two sides. And when Tennessee can throw a 6'5" and 6'2" out there, that'll be tough for Carson Newman and head coach Mike Mincy. And we got to speak with him before the game, one of the best young, talented head coaches around the area.
He was great to talk with, and he's so excited about this team. He said he really likes this team. He doesn't want to go ahead and, I guess, put all his eggs in one basket and be, looking forward to what's going to come. He said it's going to be a surprise. They're coming off of this last season where they didn't do what they wanted to do, so he's hoping they use that as motivation to get them to the postseason.
NC's led Carson Newman to 5 of the last 6 NCAA tournaments. Looking to get them back there this season. Weichel a 3, bucket. She's got it from out front, and Carson Newman cuts that lead in half, 10-5.
Coach Mincy said he thought she was around 200 points away from being the all-time career point leader at Carson Newman, and that's absolutely incredible, and he believes that she will definitely beat that record this season.
That three on its way, and it's good. Sarah Puckett again, and Puckett up to 7. She's got over half of the Tennessee points here early. Left-handed hook shot in the lane, and that one's a pretty one. Lindsay Taylor from down low from nearby Maryville, Tennessee, the redshirt senior.
Lindsay Taylor, an all-SAC forward who's coming back from an ACL injury.
As Hollingshed finishes there. And she'll get the steal here. Hollingshed running the break. 4-on-2 for she'll glide in. That was easy. 53 in white goes coast to coast and lays it in with 6 early. But Tennessee doesn't get back. And on the receiving end is Taylor again.
Jillian Hollingshed, confident in who she is and has the ability to be a go-to player. Coach Harper said the only thing holding her back is her consistency. She needs to be able to grow in consistency in practice and in games.
Tennessee will get Tamari Key back this season as Jackson's jumper's off the mark. So Hollingshed going to be a key reserve, and Kelly Harper might just say, we'll send the two out there with Hollingshed and Key during this season. You see Hollingshed picking that one off and taking it the distance.
An easy layup. As you can see, that height matchup is off. She's able to lay that up with no problem.
Hollingshed, a 2022 transfer from the University of Georgia, heads up from Athens, and she has been an impact player for Tennessee. Looking to throw this one in, and a nice baseline out-of-bounds play. And quickly to the bucket is number 5, Kyle Wynn for Tennessee.
We've seen a lot of substitutions early in this game, and Kaya Wynn comes in and scores easily, and that's something that Coach Harper had said that she's really excited about with this team, is that she's got about 8 starters.
Tennessee's got 8 big players, and they'll return when you return. 19-9 Tennessee. Oh, so does Carson Newman, but they bring back a lot of experience here in 23-24, so should be fun to see the Lady Eagles once again. And right on cue, Weichel jumper is good. Count it and the foul, and 11 will head to the free throw line.
Incredibly effective offensive player in Braylon Weichel. She crosses over, and nice little jumper, uses the backboard for a little bit of help and gets fouled.
Weichel, now with 8 of Carson Newman's 12 points. And that is a special talent, and it's great to see her back for head coach Mike Mincy. She could have went somewhere else, but she's decided to stay with her head coach and play for him. And it's been great to see 11 in Navy for Carson Newman. Keely Rogers starting the break, and now Weichel's going to take a 3 and drain it. Weichel again, first over double digits tonight, and Carson Newman's within 4.
The Lady Vols are really going to have to put some pressure on her to keep Carson Newman from scoring, already bringing them in close proximity, 15-19.
Weichel just steps into this 3 and drains it on the left wing. And she'll take this one up here using the screen up top, and it's an illegal one. Number 24, Ruthie Mbugwa was there, but illegal screen and turnover back to the Lady Vols.
When we were talking with Coach Mincy earlier, he mentioned majority of his players are from Tennessee or local, except for Ruthie. She is actually from Kenya.
And you mentioned all of the players on this Carson Newman roster from the Volunteer State as Strickland drives in and she travels. Just 2 from outside of the state, and Mbugwa from, you mentioned she played high school ball in Kentucky, and then the young lady from Georgia, Maddie Knuckles, as well. Tennessee on top, 19-15 here in first quarter action. Checking into the game for the first time in a Lady Vol uniform is number 13 for the Big Orange, Avery Strickland. As now Tennessee will run the break. Layup up and good. Count it. And the foul. It's Destiny Wells this time.
Destiny Wells tips the ball away and drives in for an easy layup, and then does get the foul, so now she will shoot some free throws.
Destiny Wells, one of those impact transfers this season, comes over from the Mid-State at Belmont, was a first-team all MVC player a season ago, and she'll be huge for Kelly Harper and her squad this year. Down low, Strickland looking to do work. She'll kick it out. Wells a three. Won't draw anything, and it's rebounded by Weichel. Carson Newman back the other way in a hurry. Rogers will drive in and finish with a right. Carson Newman can get down low and make layups in a hurry, and credit the Lady Eagles within 4.
They can. The offensive production from Carson Newman, even though it has been majority Weichel, has been very impressive.
And Bugwa was able to send that one away, and now Wynn will drive, and that one's sent back with a foul. Ruthie Mbugwa is going to have to be huge here today for Carson Newman if they want to close this gap even more. The 6'4" redshirt sophomore played 26 games a couple seasons ago. Redshirted back in 21-22, and now Wynn will head to the line.
It's going to be important that Ruthie stays out of foul trouble, being that she is pretty much the only one on this Carson Newman team that's able to match up height-wise against the Lady Vols.
And Bugwa's only played 3 seasons of organized basketball, but she looks great out there. 24 in Navy for Carson Newman. Her first foul of the evening, one on Carson Newman, and now they'll bring it back going right to left on your screen. Michael handoff, Gonzalez trying to get downhill. To her left, she'll pull up, jumper from about 15, it'll rattle out, and Rogers can't track it down. Basketball over to the Lady Vols. You gotta love the spirit early and the energy from Carson Newman.
I do, and it always comes with these in-state matchups. You know, the smaller to say team always wants to come in and, you know, take a win away from the Lady Vols.
Strickland inside. That one no good. Puckett again. Third offensive rebound. She can't finish. Strickland again. She can't finish. And Boog was there in a foul. Tennessee can't finish inside 5 feet. And Strickland will pick up the foul.
That's definitely something that the Lady Vols want to be able to do, is finish on these rebounds. It makes it incredibly hard to continue to try and get rebound after rebound and then not finish and not score.
Carson Newman on the offensive side. A Strickland bats that one away out of bounds. Mentioned Strickland earlier, her first game in the orange and white, a transfer from Pitt. A local kid from Farragut High School, just one of 2 Farragut products as she comes in from Pittsburgh. Also on the floor, Edie Darby, the sister of Tess Darby, and Tamari Key as well. Good to see Key back for Tennessee.
We heard a big roar from the crowd as Key entered the game after she had had a health scare last season.
Powell ahead of the pack and is able to finish. Mentioned speaking with Kelly Harper before the game, hoping to get Key in a couple spot minutes tonight, and she's in here in the first quarter as Gonzalez can't get it to go. Following the rebound and a bucket good, it's Michaela Alvey for Carson Newman.
Coach Harper said that with Key, she hopes that people will be patient as they try to work her back into some physical minutes in the game. She's not back to where she was, but she's working to get back to where she was. So she's going to be in some short stretches in the game, and she just hopes that everyone can be patient with her progress.
Tamari Key, UT record, 119 blocks as a junior, surpassing Kelly Kane. Played just 9 games a season ago, but it'll be huge to have her back, 20 in white, as she'll draw a foul there, and Gonzalez will head to the line. Gonzalez, one of the many Knoxville area kids on the floor here tonight. Gonzalez will send this one away. A state champion a couple seasons ago at Bearden High School. Beat someone just to the right of her in the lane, Avery Strickland. Bearden over Farragut a couple seasons ago in the state championship as Gonzalez gets a couple to go. She had the most points in this game in an exhibition last year.
She did. I believe she had 13. Came out and had a great game last year against the Lady Vols.
Braylon Weichel trying to one-up her here early with 11 in the first quarter. And Tennessee will reset. We're under a minute here in the first quarter. Tennessee on top by 1, foul on the floor. And that'll be a bonus situation for Tennessee. And Jasmine Powell will head to the line.
Carly Hayworth with the foul. She's actually a freshman this year from not too far down the road, Maryville, Tennessee. She went to Alcoa High School.
It was one of those talented freshmen that Mincy gets in here in his 2023 class. As Powell knocks down a couple free throws. And Hayworth will rush the other way for Carson Newman.
You know that these freshmen, especially being local, have got to be a little nervous coming in and playing on this court that I'm sure they grew up watching basketball games on and against these players that they've probably looked up to in the past.
A Strickland up top. Tamara Key with that rebound. Strickland's going to take a three off the mark, and Carson Newman can hold for one if they want to. Hayward loses it. Powell grabs it, and it's a foul on Carly Hayworth. You mentioned Hayworth coming over from Alcoa High School, and the 2023 Tennessee basketball All-State player a season ago, as she gets the foul on Jasmine Powell, and Powell will head right back to where she just knocked down a couple.
Right now, standing next to each other on the left side of the lane is Avery Strickland and Keely Rogers, who were teammates at Farragut High School, same age, and played together. I saw them earlier before the game started giving each other a hug and sharing some conversation. I'm sure they're very excited to be playing against each other right now.
They did some battles back in Class 3A a couple seasons ago. Gonzalez has it here. She'll hand it off to Rogers. 10 seconds on the clock. And Rogers is going to hang on to that one. And now turn it over. Rakia Jackson with three, all alone. Jackson will lose it off the right side of the rim, and that bucket will not go. Hayward there to contest that.
With a small ankle tweak, nothing too scary or nothing crazy to worry about, but we do miss seeing her out on the court tonight.
Spear 2022-23 second team All-ACC, the transfer from Wake Forest. She'll have 2 years of eligibility left. She's the number 4 player in the transfer portal this last season. Puckett will take a three from the left side, drain it. Sarah Puckett from the left wing, and she has been a bright spot early. Puckett up to 10 early for Tennessee.
She is, but she will foul Weichel. However, Coach Harper had some great things to say about Sarah. She said she's in a really great place right now, and she can be played in a lot of different positions, and that's something that Coach Harper is really excited about.
Puckett, 4 for 6 early, 2 for 2 from long distance. She's also got 6 offensive rebounds in just 7 minutes of work. It'll be Strickland, Puckett, Wells, and driving here is Powell to go along with Jackson for Tennessee. And quickly back the other way is Tori Rutherford. She'll drop it off to Rogers, and Rogers will pull up and drain it. Check that, that's Boshears up front, the senior from Furman, and she knocks it down. And now Strickland from straight out front. No good. Rebound inside Powell, and she'll kick it out. Wells will reset. She'll take a three, and off the mark. Tennessee crashing the offensive board early.
Coach Harper said that Destiny Wells is somebody that they want to have the ball and that they want to get scoring opportunities. She said she is a great scorer, and they want her to continue to push and make those opportunities happen.
Kia Jackson gets on the board there, now up to 6 points. 3 for 6 from the field, and now Tennessee will get another turnover. 3-on-2 fast break. Wells will throw on the brakes and get it up to Jackson. Jackson driving left with her left, and it's no good, but a foul. Foul down low, number 23, Lindsey Taylor, and Jackson will go to the line. 19.2 points per game last season, but she shot at a clip of 54% last season.
Rakia Jackson last season, like you said, shooting 54% from the free throw line. Able to make those free throws, though. She showed what she could really be last year, and the growth has been in her mindset, her ball handling, and her rebounding. Her confidence is high, and last year she was trying to figure out where she fit, and this year she knows exactly where she fits and what she's supposed to do, which is one of the reasons why her confidence is so high.
You mentioned a great point there, Kaylin, as Jackson will fall away with a right and nail it. She's up to 8 early. She had Jordan Horston on the roster last season, and now she really feels like, okay, there's a minute to go in the game. Kelly Harper's going to say, we'll get the ball in the hands of 2, and she'll be your playmaker at the end of the game. Penland left side, she'll try to spin on Puckett, and she'll pick up another foul, number 2 on Puckett early.
Rakia Jackson makes this look easy. Spin move, fall away, and she's able to get that easy shot to go. She leads the team by being super competitive, and we've already seen that so far in her play. The team has a mutual, I have your back mindset, and Coach Harper said that when she's on the court, she influences the rest of the team.
Jackson, you mentioned, will be a leader here this season. The 2022 transfer from Mississippi State led the SEC in points per game as a junior before entering the portal. And Kelly Harper opened up a pretty gift last season in getting Rakia Jackson here on Rocky Top. Penland out front, no good. And Tennessee will race the other way.
The transfer portal has definitely been good to the Lady Vols. They've gotten a lot of fantastic players.
Have a foul out front on number 23, Lindsay Taylor, and you mentioned that transfer portal.
Yeah, the transfer portal has been very helpful for the Tennessee Lady Vols. They're able to get a lot of key players, such as Wells, such as Jackson, Spear, who we haven't gotten to see yet, but we know that she is a good player based off of what she's done in her past season.
And right on cue, Destiny Wells, the transfer from Belmont, We will not see Talasia Cooper this season, but Spear, Wells, and Strickland, a fantastic duo to bring into Knoxville.
Yes, unfortunately, we won't see Talasia Cooper. However, apparently she is a really, really great player that Coach Harper is super excited about. That was a three-pointer from Rakia Jackson.
Jackson drains it. You mentioned that transfer class, ranked number 6 in the country from 24/7 Sports. It's going to be fun to see those 3 ladies in the orange and white this season, and we'll have a foul. Out front on Tori Rutherford. Rakia Jackson just trotting up the court. She's open, she'll take it and make it.
Easy 3 and a nice pass from Destiny Wells.
Hollingshed and key for Tennessee. We kind of talked about this a little bit earlier. Kelly Harper can roll the dice and throw 53 and 20 out there. The 2 6'5" and over footers for Tennessee.
Coach Harper mentioned that this year the lineup will look different. It's going to be a little bit more fluid than it has in past seasons because she has so many players that she can turn to.
Hollingshed pulls up with that jump off of about 13 feet on the baseline, and that's exactly what Kelly Harper's going to want to see this season. Developing that jumper down low will be huge for 53 and white. Penland trying to do work on Darby, she's unable to do so. Tennessee going on a run, a 13-2 run for Tennessee, and Wells will drive, flick it up with the right, and she's got it.
That's exactly what I was talking about earlier, that Destiny Wells is able to create scoring opportunities. She's so good at scoring, and that's one of those examples.
Wells with 6 early for Tennessee. That's not an easy shot going against Weichel. Fading away, and we'll just flick it up with the right.
Definitely not. But she makes it look effortless, even though that is an extremely hard shot to make.
Wells brings 90 games of experience, 89 starts with her from Belmont. 19.1 points per game, shot at a clip of 46.6% last season. Win on the run, and she's fouled down low. And they'll roll it on the offensive end. back over to Carson Newman on the charge. And Rutherford took the brunt of that hit. Troy will bring it up for Tennessee. 5-on-5 working out front. Finland trying to do work out front, and now Weichel will step back.
Tennessee playing some very solid defense right now. Carson Newman just having to throw the ball up to try and make something happen.
Tennessee in the midst of a 5-2 run in the last 3:30.
Offensively, but also defensively with the rebounding tonight, which is exactly what Coach Harper wanted to see from her team.
Sarah Puckett can hurt you multiple ways. She'll drive inside, she'll knock down some threes out front, and she has been a leader for Tennessee along with Jackson with the Lady Vols up 23. Tennessee's hit 6 of their last 6 field goals. They're on that 15-2 run, and this is kind of that run you figured was coming from Tennessee as Carson Newman kept it close early.
I think Tennessee has figured out to keep the ball out of Weichel's hands. Don't allow her to score, and that's how you shut down this Carson Newman team.
Weichel's got half of the Carson Newman points, 13 of them, 5 of 9 out front, but Tennessee been able to kind of slow her down here in the second quarter as Darby's jumper won't go. Win is there, and it's good!
Kaya Wynn with the rebound and the putback.
Kaya Wynn soaring for the rebound. She'll grab it and then throw it right back up over Emily Gonzalez.
And that's not an easy shot to make, and then she also makes the free throw to put Tennessee up even more, 52-26.
Wynn quickly with the and one there, the junior from Richmond, Texas, and she'll be ahead of the pack here. Wynn with nobody with her, and she'll finish with a left. Kaya Wynn quickly with 9 points here early for Tennessee.
She said, I'm just going to stay on this roll right here and take this ball and make an easy layup.
Wynn a part of an athletic family. Her brother actually signed to play football at Air Force here this upcoming season, so I'm sure she'll make a couple of appearances out in Colorado as Taylor unable to finish that one, but she'll head to the line.
Lindsay Taylor brings confidence to this team just by her presence. She brings a different level of play that inspires her teammates. She's somebody that is a key for this Carson Newman team to be successful.
Taylor, first team All-SAC last season, was the SEC tournament MVP a couple years ago, and with that free throw, she's able to halt a 12-0 Tennessee run.
She's also another hometown girl from down the road in Maryville. She played for Maryville High School. And she will come out and get a much-needed rest. She's someone else that also adds height to this Carson Newman team.
Someone else I know from Maryville, Tennessee as well.
Yes, that would be me. I am from Maryville.
And it is Maryville, not Maryville, of course.
Correct, correct.
As we'll have a foul down low. Maryville beautiful this time of the year.
It is beautiful. She's a little bit younger than me, so I did not play with her. But I know she was very successful in her high school career, as she has been in her collegiate career.
Very much so, as Tamari Key will head to the line. Tennessee already in the bonus with 3:42 to go. Really digging those shoes from Tamari Key as that jumper on its way and good. Key with her first point back. See those Nikes on her feet? Those are nice. And she just goes 1 for 2 from the line. Emily Gonzalez hurrying back the other way, and she turns it over. Tess Darby running with Jasmine Powell. Powell with the right. She's got it, and Tennessee extends their lead to 29.
It's a nice steal by Tess Darby and an even better layup by Jasmine Powell, making it look easy.
Carson Newman trying to find something to go. They haven't hit a field goal in 3:12, and right on cue, it's Keely Rogers with the right, her first points of the night.
Tess Darby gets her right hand on it, and easy pass over to Powell, and even easier layup to put the Lady Vols even further ahead, 57-30.
Jasmine Powell here in her 5th season from Detroit, Michigan, a transfer from Big Ten country at Minnesota. This will be her 5th and final year of eligibility for Kelly Harper and her squad.
Both of these teams are extremely mature, and there are several graduate students and seniors and juniors, a lot of upperclassmen with a lot of experience able to bring the knowledge for both of these teams.
Another upperclassman there, Michaela Alvey with the right. She comes back after suffering a season-ending knee injury last year, so good to see her back on the floor for the Orange and Navy. Keely Rogers will run the break. And throw on the brakes. Gonzalez will drive and finish. No offensive foul. Edie Darby stands in tall, and the basketball will go the other way.
Edie Darby is one of the underclassmen getting her chance to make an impact in this game, and she sure does with that charge, getting the ball back for the Lady Vols.
Edie Darby, 10 games a season ago, but had 4 big points in the NCAA tournament first round win against St. Louis. Love to see 12 out there for Tennessee. Of course, the sister of Tess Darby. Both products there of Greenville High School. And she'll take a 3, and that one's off the mark. A big sigh from the Knoxville crowd. And back tap Wynn able to come away with it. And now Darby will run the break. 3-on-2 come the Lady Vols. She'll pull up and drain that one. Edie Darby from about 7 feet.
I love watching her play right now. She has done a great job, even though she is an underclassman. She's really led this team. You can see her communicating with her teammates and pointing and showing them where to go and what she wants them to do.
She was a 3-time All-State selection at Greenville High School. As we're going to foul up front, and now Tennessee into the bonus. And Emily Gonzalez will head the line once more. Gonzalez with 1 point tonight, 1 for 2 from the line, make it 1 of 3. Gonzalez, 13 points a season ago, went 6 from 9 from the field here at the Summit. Knocked down half of her free throws with 2 on the night. Wynn, Edie Darby, Hollingshed, Puckett, and Strickland for Tennessee. Puckett's gonna take a 3. That's off the mark. And Gonzalez has numbers the other way if she wants them. Emily with the right, and no good, but a blocking foul. Referee kind of bailed out Gonzalez there, but she'll head back to the strike.
She did. That wasn't the best angle for Gonzalez to take. Personally, I think she should have pulled it out and tried to set something up, especially with Wynn being down there, able to be right on top of her, guarding her.
Wynn will check out. Wells back in for Tennessee. Destiny Wells, I really think, is going to be the wild card for Tennessee here in 23-24. Again, heads to Knoxville with 2 years of eligibility left. She was number 15 ranked in the transfer portal from ESPN this past season. I think Wells will be a key contributor for Kelly Harper here in her 5th season.
I agree, Zach. She's definitely going to be an option for guard this season. They have to try and find someone to replace Jordan Walker and Jordan Horston. Wells is in the running, Jasmine Powell is in the running, and so is Jewel Spear. It's probably going to be a combination of the 3. Coach Harper said she doesn't see, one of them really playing over the other. And what a swat by Sarah Puckett.
Sarah Puckett can do it all. A nice back cut. Alvey was there, but no ma'am, says Sarah Puckett. Sends that one right into the stanchion behind the goal. And now Alvey will look to do work for Carson Newman. Haven't seen much Weichel here in the second quarter. Nice back cut there. Good ball movement for Carson Newman. That's going to set up a 3 from Rogers, and Hollingshed, the 6'5" in that wingspan, really impacted that shot.
It did. She was just a little short, but you were correct in good ball movement. That was really nice passing. Unfortunately, Carson Newman just couldn't make anything happen.
Carson Newman will set up in a box press. 4 in the front court for the Lady Eagles, 1 back deep. Tennessee will bring in Tamari Key and send out Sarah Puckett. And with 32.5 seconds to go in the half, Tennessee could settle for 1. Darby near side and will reverse the basketball. That's exactly what a press break should look like. Strickland, jumper, no good. And Hollingshed is there. And unable to throw it off, McMahon. Carson Newman with 14 seconds on the timer. And they'll slow it down. Rogers up front. Rogers looking.
Newman needs to be smart here.
And Rogers unable to get it. Strickland there. She's got 2 on the timer, and the time will run out for Carson Newman. Tennessee plus 25 here in the first half. Look, quarter number 2, 28-14. Sarah Puckett right in front of us. She's had a night so far. She's jamming here to get going the second half, and Tennessee will get the ball first.
Sarah Puckett has had a night tonight. She's been productive in all categories, defensively and offensively, which is exactly what Coach Harper was wanting to see from her.
And that one out front, field goal is good. Tess Darby from outside and a quick 3 for the Big Orange.
That's exactly how you want to lead off the second half of the game, is with that 3, get the momentum going on your side early.
Braylon Wackel trying to get going, step back 3, no good. And Darby is there once more. Destiny Wells, the alone non-starter to get the start here in the second quarter. Jasmine Powell led off for Tennessee. The other 4 remain the same. And turnover there. Braylon Weichel trying to work here with Boshier. She'll get it. And Jackson there with the defense.
Boshier's having to throw the ball back out, and Weichel getting some offense set up right here for Carson Newman. Going to try to make something happen and cut the deficit.
Michael's going to have to get going, shooting at a 50% clip. As Penland will try to do work here. Now Boshiers will reset with 2. Trying to make something out of nothing. The floater with her right hand, no good. And here comes Rakia Jackson, what might be the best player in the SEC.
Fantastic defense from Tennessee, and an easy reverse layup from Rakia Jackson. That was pretty to watch.
Jackson with a little English on it, and Tennessee takes their first 30-point lead of the night. Rutherford left side, and now good matchup. Wells with Weichel on the left wing, right in front of Mike Mincy. Now Weichel will drive. Taylor with a nice head fake will get down the lane and finish with a right. Lindsey Taylor from nearby Maryville High School, preseason first team All-SAC, gets it to go.
I think that's something that Carson Newman needs to be able to do more of, is get those points in the paint with those layups, getting the ball to Taylor. Right now, Tennessee's defense has been so good, though, up until just then. It's been hard for Carson Newman to get into the paint. And what a fantastic pass from Wells to Jackson.
Wells to Jackson, and I'm sure we'll see that combination aplenty here this season for Tennessee. Michael trying to find something, but good defense from Destiny Wells. Now Penland's going to drive in, flick it up with the right, no good. Wells pushing the other way.
Right there, you could see the frustration on Weichel's face, just not able to make anything happen. Tennessee really pressing hard defensively, and a nice shot from Jillian Hollingshed.
Hollingshed, 15 minutes on the night. She's 5 for 5 from the field with 10 points. Penland's going to take a 3 and make it. Campbell Penland from out front, her first points of the night for Carson Newman. Couple substitutions at the scorer's table for both sides, as Hollingshed will be fouled down low by Taylor. Quinn and Powell will check in for Tennessee, and for Carson Newman, Madeline Ladd and Maddie Knuckles for the Lady Eagles.
Taylor has to be careful here. Already fouled a couple of times so far in this game. As a key player for the Eagles, definitely don't want her to foul out.
I was watching the Tennessee men's basketball exhibition yesterday as that one is tipped away. One of Tennessee's players, Jemai Meshack, picked up his 5th foul with about 12 minutes to go in the game against Michigan State, a 1-point win for the Vols. And he was able to stay in the game because it's an exhibition game, and the home crowd went nuts. Just absolutely crazy.
Sure.
It is an exhibition. Tennessee will have another one this upcoming Sunday. A tall task for Tennessee as they'll take on the U.S. women's national team. As Weichel will finish with a right. She's up to 15 on the night.
I know I'm so excited about that USA-Tennessee matchup, getting to watch some of the greatest players in women's basketball here in Thompson-Boling Arena at Food City Center.
It'll be a fun one on Sunday, 6 o'clock, SEC Network. Names of Griner, Escu, and others. It'll be fun to watch them. Leah Boston returns to Knoxville to play once more.
Not only is that going to be fun, but it's going to be one heck of an experience for the Lady Vols. They're really going to be tested. It's going to expose a lot of weaknesses, things that they're going to get to work on throughout the season.
Jackson turns it over there. USA women's basketball prepping for the Olympics next season. They'll take on Duke as well. And coached by Carol Lawson. Spent plenty of time here in Knoxville. Now coaching the Lady Blue Devils there at Cameron Indoor.
I know Coach Harper was talking about the girls and how excited they are about the game, and saying the girls were just in awe of some of the players that they're going to get to face, and stating that, you know, hey, we're going to get to play against WNBA players and, you know, Olympians. And she said, no, you're playing against the best basketball players in the world. And that's something that not many people are going to get to say that they got to do, is play against players of that caliber.
And that'll be huge for Tennessee. I mean, they've got another gauntlet of a schedule this season as Darby tips it away, and she'll finish with a right down low. Tennessee to 70 quickly. We mentioned how they'll have an absolute gauntlet of a schedule once again, as we'll have a foul on Jasmine Powell. Darby with a steal. Right here, Weichel couldn't hang on to, Penland, and she'll finish down low.
Smart of her to come across with that opposite side arm to push the ball away.
Great defense from Darby. She'll shoot it a little bit and defend you on the defensive end as that will track down by Ladd. Taylor up with the left, no good. Ladd follows the rebound and will reset. Taylor with a mismatch down low, and she walked with it. And now we're under 5 here in the third quarter. Tennessee on top of Carson Newman in Knoxville. It's 7 rebounds that Tennessee will miss from Horston. Great to see her.
Exactly what Coach Harper said in her interview, was that they're trying to find someone who is going to rebound like Horston. Right now they're trying to figure out who that's going to be.
Great look at Jordy there. She a phenomenal watch here in Knoxville for all the years she was here. I'll never forget the buzzer beater against Alabama here in Thompson-Boling Arena, Food City Center. It was electric.
She's definitely a very talented player, a very fun player to watch.
Good role player there for the Storm as well. Her game, of course, has transitioned well to the WNBA. Nevertheless, good to see her back here tonight.
It's always good to see alumni coming back to their universities and showing support for their teammates.
Tennessee's got plenty of them as we look up in the rafters here in Knoxville, as Alvey will drive, and she is fouled and will head to the line. Tennessee up by 30 here in the third quarter, night before Halloween. And Kaylin Arnold, I've got to ask you, pro or con when you think of candy corn?
Definitely con. I am not a candy corn stan. Can't do it. I think it's disgusting.
I was afraid you would say that because I love candy corn. I think
no.
it's great. But I would definitely rather a good Kit Kat or Reese cup in my bucket
I was
tomorrow.
about to say, I'm more of a chocolate person myself.
Jasmine Powell will lean in with a right, no good, and it's rebound down low and a finish. Kyle win this time. That was spooky here on the night before Halloween. Clock will reset. Under 4 to go here in the quarter, and she'll throw this one away. Break for Tennessee. Win ahead of the pack. Can't finish with a right. And Tennessee and Sarah Puckett with offensive rebound number 7. And Puckett will head back to the line.
Nice job by Sarah Puckett getting that rebound, trying to go back up and getting fouled in the process. She has had a great night tonight in all categories, offensively and defensively. She has made a huge impact for the Lady Vols.
Double-double for Puckett in reach here in tonight's exhibition contest. 10 and 8 for one in white. She's been all over this floor tonight, and it's great to see kind of her growth and what you really want to see from a sophomore to a junior, especially in high Division I SEC basketball.
Definitely. She has 100% improved over the summer. You can see the difference in her play from this season already in this first exhibition game from last year.
Alvey finishes there. Puckett, two-time SEC academic honor roll as well.
I just have to speak really quick to that pass that was made by Powell. That was tricky. She tried to no-look that, and it was great.
Absolutely filthy dish there from Powell. As Tennessee has their largest lead at 33, but a nice move inside by Emily Gonzalez, the Bearden grad returning to Knoxville. Went up top, now to Strickland. She'll take one from out there, but then try to throw it in on a mismatch down low, but Puckett can't handle it with a one hand. Great tune-up here tonight for Tennessee as they've got Carson Newman. Mentioned the U.S. women's national team coming this Sunday, but you got to get prepped for a big season this year for Tennessee, a non-conference slate that just does not give any. As that jumper on its way and good there from McMahon. Tennessee will travel to Tallahassee and take on number 18 Florida State. Also some games down at Fort Miles. So we'll take on number 9 Indiana and Oklahoma. And then, oh yeah, Notre Dame and Ohio State right there as well.
That's what you want to do, though, early on in the year. You want to challenge your team. You want to be in those hard games with the best of the best so that you can see what you've got to work on. You discover those weaknesses early, and then you turn them into your strengths as the season goes on.
Tennessee will play 3 top 10 teams in 17 days. That coming with Indiana, Notre Dame, and Ohio State. Oh yeah, and the Sooners of Oklahoma are sandwiched in there as well. As Jackson tries to throw that one up, Key is there! And that's exactly what Tamari Key brings to this offense.
And honestly, that's what she's built to do with all of that height, is get those rebounds. I mean, she made that look easy. When you tower over everybody else, rebounding isn't too hard.
That 3 on its way, and it's good. Callie McMahon, the sophomore from Dandridge. Jefferson County High School, also played with Michaela Alvey at Jeff County. Jeffco, as they call it around these parts. And that'll be a turnover on Tennessee. Back to Carson Newman.
It's a wide open 3 for number 3. Put Carson Newman back on the board. Still a very large deficit, though.
He tried the closeout from a couple of feet. Those fingertips will get out there and contest that. Able to knock it down. Rogers trying to get going. A nice dish down low. And with a right that time, a nice feed down low. And into number 24, Ruthie Mbugwa for Carson Newman.
Even though there is such a large scoring margin between the two, Tennessee definitely doesn't want to let up here. Let Carson Newman continue to score.
A.D. Darby will take a three, and that one's off the mark. And Key is there again. That was easy.
Well, that was so easy. Easy little floater.
Tennessee extending that lead to 28. Shot and game clock within 1. Rogers looking to do work for Gonzalez. She'll throw this one down. And Bugwa will retrieve it. 10 seconds in the quarter. Rogers got it. Off-balance shot from Keely Rogers, and she gets the 3 to go. Edie Darby back the other way with 2, with 1. Darby at the buzzer, no good. And that is how things will die down here in the third quarter.
The reigning national champions of LSU coming in at number 1.
My clock malfunction out front. You mentioned LSU, Angel Reese, Haley Van Lith coming over from the Ville at Louisville. It's going to be tough to tame LSU this season. Tennessee was able to do so in the SEC semifinal a year ago, the 2-point victory, heading to their first SEC title since 2015. But it'll be curious and interesting to see how that young woman will lead her team, Rakia Jackson, for Tennessee. Got 9:57 now up there on the clock, and we'll throw it back in again.
And what's good for the Lady Vols is they've got plenty of time before they face the Tigers, and they're going to face a lot of really great competition before then, so they'll have plenty of time to figure out who they are as a team and, you know, what their lineup is going to look like.
Strickland down low, can't finish, and Carson Newman back the other way. Tennessee will have SEC opening night here on the SEC Network Plus and the ESPN app. Tuesday, November 6th, a week from tomorrow, 6:30 tip against Florida A&M, and then they'll head to Tallahassee and take on the number 18 team in the country, the Lady Noles. Bugwa down low, trying to work on Key. That's a lot to ask, and they're going to get Key with a foul.
It's interesting. I didn't see a foul. It's kind of hard to see under the goal like that.
It's great to see a smile back on number 20's face for Tennessee. Back in here, played just 9 games a season ago. Just great to see her back here in action for Tennessee.
It is, and what she went through is something that is very dangerous, a very scary health condition with blood clots in her lungs, and you know, she's working back to try to get back to where she was. She's not there yet, but she's definitely trying. Mentally, though, she's in a really great place. Coach Harper is really happy with how Tamari has, you know, overcome everything that she's been through and stayed mentally strong and always continued to have a smile on her face and do what was necessary for her health.
He's got 10 minutes tonight as that one is good for number 10, Destiny Wells from outside, and Tennessee extends that lead once again. A little more on Key, though. I mentioned she's got 10 minutes of game action tonight. Got to get her ready to go, especially for SEC play. We mentioned it on conference slate, but I'm sure Kelly Harper's going to say we got to have 20 ready to go for the SEC slate.
Definitely. They're just putting her in for short stretches of the game, trying to get her back physically.
But she'll get the call here and finish with a left.
I believe she tripped and fell as well on that layup, but she got right back up, able to get back down the court.
3 left side, no good from Hayworth, and Strickland is there. Strickland to Powell, and now Tennessee looking like they're going to run. Checked out there with Wells with the right, and that's the second time she's made that move tonight. Watch out for the right hand of Destiny Wells from Belmont.
Coach Harper said it, Destiny Wells is a scorer. She said, really, man, can she score. And that's exactly what we've seen from her tonight. When she's given the opportunity, she makes something happen.
She'll get the rebound here, the number 15 player, according to ESPN, in the transfer portal this season. 19.1 points per game she returns. She'll take a three, out front, no good. And Emily Gonzalez will run. And overshoot her intended receiver, Carly Haywood, on one side. Hollingshed will come in and spell Chamari Key, and I would say that's probably the night tonight for Key.
She's got to be proud with what she was able to do tonight, though. After everything that she's been through, she had a good night.
Kind of get over that mental hurdle, get back on the floor, getting some game action.
And honestly, I think that's always the hardest part after injury. Yes, physically it's hard getting back into shape and back to where you were, but mentally trying to get back to where you were.
Bucket won't follow that one. It'll go out of bounds, and Alvey will check in for Gonzalez for Carson Newman. Tennessee in front by 29. These two teams actually used to play regular season matchups. Regular season series dates all the way back to 1920. Tennessee winning 14 of the 16 of those games. First game was back in 1920. Carson Newman won it 14-13.
Oh, wow.
Rebounded by Palin. Now Puckett to Hollingshed. Good. Strickland is there, and a foul down low. Edie Darby will check in for Tennessee, and Wells will check out. Got to give credit, though, to Mike Mincy, bringing his kids down here. 38 miles from Jefferson City. Always a tall task for Mincy when he brings them down. But he was so positive with us before the game, as he was telling us. Really like this squad. He's trying to get back to the NCAA tournament. He's made 5 of the last 6. And he's coached these kids up well. He's got a couple of absolute phenomenal athletes on his team. As Knuckles will turn it over there.
He does, and honestly, he said that he just hopes that his girls came out here and enjoyed this experience, had a good time, learned a lot about each other, and really just wanted to get some of those new time. He said that they would play everyone, and they have so far. We've seen the upperclassmen and we've seen the freshmen minutes and getting to play on a big stage in front of their family. What a great three right there from Edie Darby. I've been really impressed with how she's played tonight as well, coming out and leading this team as a guard and also getting some points on the board.
Darby's 5'7", but she doesn't look 5'7" out there. She absolutely is a monster, trying to go after offensive boards. You see the stroke from out front. Good athlete for Tennessee.
Yeah, definitely. She had a good quote earlier in the interview about practice. She said it's been good, it's been challenging. I would say our practices from last year to this year have definitely amped up, but in a good way.
Darby right on cue, and she's fouled.
She said that they know their standards are high and they want to be in the championship at the end of the season, and that's exactly what their goals are, and so they've just got to keep pushing day in and day out. It's what they do. And honestly, I've seen that mentality from her tonight. She definitely has played competitive and played hard and not back down. And
her sister can stroke it too. Out front, Tess Darby this time. The Darby sisters get things going here in the fourth. And oh yeah, they've got a younger sister as well named Sloan. Could have a trifecta of young athletes from the Darby family.
I know that's got to be fun, getting to play in college with your younger sister and getting to share those experiences together. Makes it easy for the family as well. They didn't have to buy any other college gear.
That's a very good point. Tennessee will get the basketball back. You mentioned, Edie was mentioning how she really wants to compete for championships along with her teammates, and you look up here in Thompson Bowling Arena and you see the 8 national championship banners, you see the court named after the icon and legend Pat Summitt. And Kelly Harper's going to try to get Tennessee back to where they were. A couple back-to-back Sweet 16 appearances. You know, they made it to every NCAA tournament.
Well, Kelly Harper, I mean, she was coached by one of the best. A nice three by Carly Hayworth, a freshman. She was coached by one of the best. She knows what it takes to win. She knows how to prepare these players for that. She's been there. She's been in the trenches as a player. It's so much easier when you know that your coach has been there and done that, and you can rely on her for experience and for advice.
Harper knows what it takes. She's been to the Final Four 3 times for Tennessee as a player. They're trying to get there as a coach for the first time, and that's going to be the key for Tennessee. You got to get a big seed, or I should say a low seed in the NCAA tournament. Host here in Knoxville. They've been getting like that 4 seed or the 3 seed. Got to get up there in the 1 or the 2 ranks to kind of draw some lower tier seeds here to Knoxville and have a better opportunity in the Sweet 16 and Elite 8. Tennessee losing last year to Virginia Tech by 9 up in Blacksburg. Come in to rank preseason number 11 this year. They look to get back to the Final Four. Powell's going to take a 3 and make a 3. Jasmine Powell from out front here in her first season knocks that one down, and Tennessee plus 32 here in the 4th.
One of the goals that Tennessee has this year is to shoot efficiently, and I've seen them do that so far.
We'll head to a break with 3:34 to go here in the 4th. Tennessee on top of Carson Newman.
For Tennessee.
Somebody you know wants to get in the scoring sheet is 13 in white for Tennessee. The transfer from Pitt, Avery A. Strickland, as they call her, 0 for 4 tonight. Trying to get on the board here. Just under 4 minutes to go in this one.
It's interesting, when they saw Avery Strickland in the portal, the coaches felt like she was exactly the fit that they needed. She has a high motor and great character, and she plays really hard and she picks up on things quickly. Not someone that they recruited right out of high school, but with timing and things, they felt that when they saw her in the portal, it was fate.
Strickland working there on Hayworth. They did some battles in high school back in the day. Arco against Farragut, I should say. Getting the free throw line will be Ty Wynn. Wynn's had a nice night tonight. 12 points, 4 of 5 from the field, along with 5 rebounds. Played 14 minutes. And Tamari back into the game for Tennessee. Key played a total so far tonight of 11 minutes. And this could be kind of what Kelly Harper's trying to do, is kind of map out. It's almost like LeBron James does nowadays. Kind of map out when you're going to play the game exactly. And maybe that's why Tamari Key's in this one is, hey, we're going to play these parts of the game.
It's an interesting thought, definitely could be. I also think that Coach Harper may look at who she has in the game right now, who works well together. When I have this player in, then I need this player in, and things like that.
Strickland will work out front, looking for her first points in the orange and white, and she'll be fouled, and she'll get a golden opportunity to do so heading to the line. Avery A. Strickland, 2023 transfer from Pittsburgh, former Farragut Admiral, 18.3 miles away, and her first point in the orange and white for Tennessee. Kind of a sigh of relief there for Strickland, as I'm sure she was ready to get that bucket in, and she's got 2.
I'm sure, and I'm sure she had a lot of nerves going into this game, playing in your hometown in front of a big crowd on the Lady Vols court for the Lady Vols.
Ace from the ACC, 30 games last season at Pitt, 11 starts. 10th Knoxville native and 2nd Farragut Admiral in program history. Jade McCoy, the Lady Admiral Knoxville as well as that bucket drops for Madeline Ladd. She also a Knoxville product, her first bucket, a graduate from Knoxville Webb and a 3-time All-State selection from Webb High School.
It's so fun to see all of these local girls getting the opportunities to play here and to play against each other. I'm sure they played against each other in high school, so it's probably like deja vu for them.
Ladd will try to get another one to go. It's no good. She'll get the board, and that one will fall out. Just by a count right here, there's 4 girls on the floor from East Tennessee as Caroline Strickland gets that one to go, and Tennessee has hit 100.
I love how aggressive she was with this. She gets the pass and goes up for that hard left-handed layup and gets fouled in the process, but you could see she was very aggressive as she went up for the board.
And a cool 101 tonight now for Tennessee. And Strickland gets point number 7 on the night. Carly Hayward trying to do work out front. She's got handles. And now drop it off.
Carly Hayworth, a very talented athlete from Alcoa. I actually had the opportunity to watch her play in high school. A very decorated high school athlete.
Hayworth as well as Ladd, who gets the nice turnaround spin shot jumper to go. There's 2 of those Knoxville kids here on this Carson Newman roster, and Kamari Key gets the hustle board and finds Strickland for the easy bucket. As Carson Newman's going to want a substitution on the floor, and we'll take another timeout. We'll head to a break, our final break of the night. Tennessee on top, 103-70. Welcome back to Knoxville, Tennessee. That young lady, 15 points tonight. Braylon Weichel in the Navy for Carson Newman. And got to give Carson Newman some props tonight. They came in last season, scored 74.2 points per game and just about on schedule. 70 points tonight here against Tennessee. We'll keep our eyes on Carson Newman this season in the SAC. Should be fun to watch the Lady Eagles this year.
Definitely. I mean, I think that they've played really well tonight against Tennessee. They've done a lot of things well offensively and defensively. Definitely going to be a powerhouse within their conference this year.
Nice leaner there, number 21, Ashlyn Crittenden this time. Sophomore from Charleston, Tennessee, gets her first bucket of the night. As Edie Darby will drive in the left, and that was pretty. Just carry it with the left and lay it in.
I love when those are so smooth and so effortless looking. She made it look so easy.
Edie Darby with 7 points tonight for Tennessee, as they went over the century mark at 105. Crittenden once again, that one off the mark. And Darby is there. Tennessee will settle down. A 33-point win for Tennessee here in their opening exhibition contest. Looked a little bleak early, kind of got off to a slow start, but Tennessee able to get exhibition number 1 under their belt and a big 33-point win. Kaylin Arnold.
Tonight we
चल के बाद बंदे के भोला समिति से भमिया तोहार सिर्फ संडे के पर्वत पहाड़ गजा खाती सारी रात होके कितनो दिन तो